Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, after that insane quarterfinals game where Firedup Gaming were absolutely fired up on all cylinders. They move and storm into the semi-finals, but now they've got to face Rush B in Conquest Stringesports Showdown Southeast Asia, which is sponsored by String Metaverse and brought to you by Showdown and HighIQ. My name is Scariat. I'm going to be your caster for this one, and alongside me will be having Raiden back here again. My man, how have you been after that first series?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
What are your expectations from this one, my guy? Because this is the first semi-finals. The winner will move directly to the grand finals of the event. So, it's all down to you.
Yeah, I think it is going to be a very exciting match because this is the only team where we have three Russian players playing, huh? It's something unique.
This reminds me, yeah, and this also reminds me of the first game that I watched them play. That was in the quarterfinals where they were up against slow aimers. And I have to say, slow aimers were pushing Rush B to their utmost limits, my guy.
Yeah, that
They
was
both the maps were so very close of 13-11 and 13-10.
very true. And Rushby has been that dark horse. And to be very frank, Rushby, the three players are playing at an average ping of 150. Can you believe it? And
And even after that,
yeah, even after that, the kind of results that they have been producing, it's absolutely insane. I'm going to specially talk about Singapore. Insane reflexes this guy has.
it's, if I'm not wrong, even Donk is Russian, right?
Donk is Russian. Yeah.
These Russian players, man, they're just some different kind of beast. Oh, some crazy aimers, man.
Crazy aimers. Russians are super
For
Russians
some
and
reason,
yeah.
they've got it in their DNA for some reason. Their reaction time and the way how they aim, their understanding of the game, it's absolutely crazy.
Do you think there is something to do with the genetics of the individual?
Uh, you know what? Let's not get into the biology of this one because that's a rabbit hole no one would want to jump in.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now it's going to be on the map. It's going to start on Mirage, move on to Ancient, and then end up on Anubis. So with the way how Rush B have shown their Mirage to be, again, very comfortable on the T side, but CT is where they face the problem. And we've seen the same case with Fired Up Gaming. But if we are really talking about the comfort, consistency, and the impact, I think so. Fired Up has got more than Rush B.
It's true. But then see the Indian players they have. They have antivirus. Like antivirus has been that guy whom I have been following since last 3-4 years. He used to go to school, then used to come back and used to call me,
Yeah.
uh, go to a cafe, then play those tournaments. And this guy has matured like anything. I have not seen anyone getting that kind of an improvement. Antivirus used to play in AVT in his initial days, and he went on to play for ROG Academy, then played for Nayori. Now he's playing for this team. He has managed these three Russians to play with him. And these people, like antivirus is such a great asset. He plays with the team, he understands, and the kind of raw aim that he has. This brings a like it reminds me of Donk. Like I would say that the kind of impact that Donk has, antivirus tries to do it. I am not saying that he's of the same caliber, definitely not. But definitely he tries to play like that. He tries to take the space, tries to take map control, and he has insane aim. So he utilizes sometimes players to have that capability, but they are not confident enough to actually go and materialize that into a match. But in this case, I'm telling you, this guy has the capability and he does it.
That's the thing about him. And I remember antivirus having humongous amount of impact. And at the same time, Darky, The way how he was maneuvering around the map, and it all fell down for sixth path. This guy was absolutely out of his mind. When everyone failed, he was there to stand up. He was there to save the team. The timings he picked up on the lurks, the way how he maneuvered around mid. I think so. Fired Up will need to be careful when going against Rushby on this map specifically, because we've seen how Rushby likes to play on the T side, which they will be starting on for this one as well. We have seen what they did last time. They would constantly insert one player in sniper's nest. They would take that mid control and then play around on the back of that one player. And the fun fact is, you could see it coming, but you can't really do anything to counter that. That's where slow immersed face some problems. Now I want to see if Fired Up Gaming can actually counter that.
Just press the tab and see the pings. So this is a Singapore server that we are using for this, and see 6-pack ping 161, prime 163, darky 101.
Just something entirely different. Oh. You can get a nasty headshot, Pawn, on a dropping down target, and you missed all the bullets of a standing one.
No,
Get that on screen.
I think it's the ping for sure. They will have to optimize
I mean,
it. They will
that
have
is true.
to, yeah, they will have to optimize it a bit. I don't know why Nikis is getting 115 pings. Champ is getting 55, Element 54, all good. Pawn 80, quite understandable. But then
The case probably wants to make things even a bit, at least in terms of ping.
I think these people are very high elo players. These Russians are pretty high elo, around 3k players in Face It. So don't know.
Yeah.
How much ping do you need to make things even?
Can he push this briefcase on top in the sniper's nest? No.
It's a can container.
I mean, can he push it on top? The question.
I think he did so.
He's just taking a different route. I did not mean it in this way. All right.
Now. So,
Left it in midway, my guy.
So, like, which team are you supporting? Tell me. Don't be diplomatic, please. We'll have to take sides.
Oh my God! Why would you do that to me? Why would you do that?
Let's do it. It will be fun.
I was preparing a diplomatic answer in my head.
No, let's not be diplomatic.
I mean, so it falls down how if I've got to pick between, oh my goodness, the team that I have seen play on Mirage versus a team that I have seen play in the previous two games, and I think so. I'm actually going to go towards Fired Up Gaming this time around, but the way how they have shown their teamwork, how they constantly like to adapt on the fly, change their game plan given how the other side is playing. I think so. I'm going to go Fired Up Gaming for this one. What about you?
My gut feeling says that Rushby is going to be overconfident and he'll throw it out. I think so. Because I have seen Rushby getting a little too cozy. And that simple gesture might give Rushby, pardon me, Fired Up Gaming that sneaky window through which they can pull it out. I don't know. I don't know.
All right.
I think there is some issue with the server.
Yeah.
Showdown.
There's a bit of a technical issue out here. I think so. We're gonna fix that very quickly, people. Don't worry about it. We're trying our level best to quickly fix that. Meanwhile, we're here to entertain you.
Sure.
So the podcast is gonna go on for a bit long out here.
Scared, tell me about your favorite CS2 player.
That's a good question, man.
I know you
Very good question.
you follow Valorant a lot, but then definitely all good Valorant players and casters do have keen understanding of CS, and definitely it's the
That is true.
basics. This is the mechanical basics of this kind of shooter. So tell me,
Hmm. I mean, if we're really talking about, through the all-time scenario,
yeah,
I think so. I'm actually gonna go for Rain.
Rain,
The Yeah, I mean, just
interesting.
saying. I know there's no major trophies back in his desk as well, where there are other players who establish themselves as some one or the other type of legends.
Hmm.
But with the way how he keeps his calm, how he's constantly composed,
Hmm.
and how for how long he has been and how effective he has been throughout the CS scene, I think so. He's the kind of guy that I actually like the most in terms of one of my favorite players. So I'm gonna go with Rain. And if you are asking me to pick one or the other legends, I think so. Shocks.
Understand, but I would take Rain. It's a much more honest answer.
Yeah,
Rain
Rain.
has been
I
consistent, played all the majors, have never failed to deliver, and I think he's the oldest player of FaZe. Like he started his career with FaZe, and I think he's at the later stages of his career, and he has never changed his
Yep,
org. He continued to play with FaZe. Such kind of loyalty.
exactly. I mean, and the best thing about that I like about him is how calm he remains. Even when everyone around him is, hyping everyone up, they're constantly doing the trash talks and everything. He just calmly remains there in his seat and he's like, all right, yeah, I'm here to play. I'm here to shoot some shots. I'm gonna fire some guns.
Very
I
mature, huh?
just love that.
Very mature he is.
Exactly. So the scene does that. And if you ask me what's my favorite team, then I'm gonna say Astralis. The peak
Hmm,
Astralis.
that's true. But like I don't think Australis is doing much these days. Have you been following
Yeah,
CS
nope.
these days, like lately?
Apart from watching how Donk demolishes everyone, yeah, not that much. Not a bit.
What's about this Valorant? Let's talk about this. Like,
Oh my god.
what
Very
makes
great
it more?
experience, man.
Let's discuss like what makes it so
All right.
interesting.
So I think so. It's more about Counter Strike is a bit. I wouldn't exactly say simple. Counter Strike is more based on the mechanics as well, and then you and your team working together with the synergy, right? But in Valorant, it's more about mixing a few aspects of MOBA
Hmm.
into the FPS shooter,
Hmm. So it's the right
right? Because
balance.
it's a different thing. It's like how there's Indian food and how there's Chinese food. Now, yeah, they're both food, but some people are gonna like Valor, some people are gonna like Counter Strike. That's the thing. Some people are like they like Indian food, some like Chinese food. So it's about the taste buds, whatever rocks your boat. That's the main thing.
So
I like both of them to be honest. I like esports in general.
are the Valorant community taking the fact positively that they have been introducing a lot of agents, lot of abilities, making the game much
There
more
are a few.
complex? Yeah.
Yeah, here's the thing. Recently they actually released an agent Teho, which has been
Hmm.
nerfed now finally.
Okay.
The thing about that one specific agent was that with just having that one agent in your comp and
Hmm.
one more apart from that,
Hmm.
you can just overwhelm the defender so much that no one can hold the side. If
Seriously.
you're anchoring the side, if you're anchoring the side, you're dead. That's the amount of utility that was thrown at you.
Truly.
So yeah, it was overwhelming.
Yeah.
But now what they've done is they've fine tuned that agent down like almost to an unusable category. Only one team runs that. So it's
Okay.
been a bit decent. It's been a bit better and a bit decent. So that's the thing.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
If you're an OG, you'll always fall for Counter Strike.
Yeah. Like for people like us, we're pretty old, ancient people. We can never we could never shift to any other game. Actually, the migration has been pretty tough. I tried Valorant. I tried playing Valorant. I think I went up to diamond in 1.5 months maybe. Then like it became so tough, it became so critical for me, I couldn't continue,
Hmm.
couldn't understand the
Yeah,
abilities. But then CS, oh, the kind of kick that I get when I pop a head and blood comes out.
I see.
It's a different high. I'm a sadist kind of a person, I feel like.
I wouldn't exactly say that. Here's the thing, uh, if you're a MOBA fan, if you're
Hmm.
if if you're a MOBA fan, I think so you'll probably like Valorant. That's the thing. Just because in MOBA you've got different agents with or different heroes with multiple skill sets and everything, which you can pair up with
Very
a
true.
few other agents of your team.
Very true. Very true.
That's kind of what Valorant is. You're just bringing some of that stuff together and then working around with it. So it also brings down a lot of those cooldowns into the question, right? The playstyle is very different. Like in Counter Strike, you have to focus down the amount of utility that you're buying early on, how many flashes you have, how many smokes you have,
Hmm.
how many mollies, frags you have,
Hmm.
and then you decide on a game plan and you go for your set play.
True.
And Valorant it is a bit different. It's more dependent on the timer of the round
Hmm.
because a few of the skills that you have, they've got certain cooldowns,
Hmm.
so you can reuse them after a certain amount of time.
True.
So you pair all of that up and then you play out your early round, mid round into the late round.
But it also
And
reduces
that
the
is
but
very
but
different.
but but it reduces the gunplay a lot.
It does. It reduces gunplay quite a lot.
So that is the thing. Like people who have that kind of an, what to say, I would use a Hindi word called chaska of gunplay. I think they are going to like.
Yeah, I mean, as compared to CS, yes, there's a pretty drastic drop in the amount of gunplay out there. But all in all, man, it's almost about the same, to be honest, because if one of the agents of valor is using one utility, let's just say three of them are using utility, one is taking the entry, and the second one is providing the support. In CS, you throw out a couple of lineups as well, and then you jump to do almost the same thing. We'll just have to, again, overall, it falls down to the same place where it's about what you really like. And to be very honest, observer, I'm not liking this because I'm gonna puke if you continue moving that camera all around in circles.
Sorry, my bad.
I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding.
Uh, very true.
Oh my god.
Recently, I have been following Falcons a lot, and I'm a big fan of Nico. Okay, like
Fake
I'm
player.
big fan of Nico. But then lately he joined a team called Falcon. Uh, the team is good. The roster is good. He brought in Monisi with him, and they performed pathetically in this major. I have no idea what happened with this team, but yeah, then CS is the unpredictability of CS is something which makes this game so interesting. Sometimes a very weak team or a team which is not known is going to play so well, is going to outplay a genius team or a OG team.
I agree. You know what? I think so. It's been quite a bit of a technical issue out here. Maybe we're going to take a very short break and then be back.
Yeah,
And
true.
once we're back, we'll be starting on with the semifinals. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you don't go anywhere. In the meantime, like the stream, subscribe to the channel as well, and click on the bell icon. We'll be right back after this short break.
lights where silence breaks. Steel and fire, the shadows wake. 1,000 eyes, no breath, no sound. Only death on battleground. Beneath the lights where silence breaks. Steel and fire, the shadows wake. 1,000 eyes, no breath, no sound. Only death on battleground. One shall rise as others fall. Echoes haunt the smoke-wrapped hall. Aim is truth and time runs thin. Let the cursed game begin. Beneath the lights where silence breaks. Steel and fire, the shadows wake. 1,000 eyes, no breath, no sound. Only death on battleground. One shall rise as others fall. Echoes haunt the smoke-wrapped hall. Aim is truth and time runs thin. Let the cursed game begin. Beneath the lights where silence breaks. Steel and fire, the shadows wake. 1,000 eyes, no breath, no sound. Only death on battleground. One shall rise as others fall. Echoes haunt the smoke-wrapped hall. Aim is truth and time runs thin. Let the cursed game begin. Beneath the lights where silence breaks. Steel and fire, the shadows wake. 1,000 eyes, no breath, no sound. Only death on battleground. Beneath the lights where silence breaks. Steel and fire, the shadows wake. lights where silence breaks. Steel and fire, the shadows wake. 1,000 eyes, no breath, no sound. Only death on battleground. Beneath the lights where silence breaks. Steel and fire, the shadows wake. 1,000 eyes, no breath, no sound. Only death on battleground. One shall rise as others fall. Echoes haunt the smoke-wrapped hall. Aim is truth and time runs thin. Let the cursed game begin. Beneath the lights where silence breaks. Steel and fire, the shadows wake. 1,000 eyes, no breath, no sound. Only death on battleground. One shall rise as others fall. Echoes haunt the smoke-wrapped hall. Aim is truth and time runs thin. Let the cursed game begin. Beneath the lights where silence breaks. Steel and fire, the shadows wake. 1,000 eyes, no breath, no sound. Only death on battleground. One shall rise as others fall. Echoes haunt the smoke-wrapped hall. Aim is truth and time runs thin. Let the cursed game begin. Beneath the lights where silence breaks. Steel and fire, the shadows wake. 1,000 eyes, no breath, no sound. Only death on battleground. Beneath the lights where silence breaks. Steel and fire, the shadows wake. 1,000 eyes, no breath, no sound. Only death on battleground. lights where silence breaks. Steel and fire, the shadows wake. 1,000 eyes, no breath, no sound. Only death on battleground. Beneath the lights where silence breaks. Steel and fire, the shadows wake. 1,000 eyes, no breath, no sound. Only death on battleground. One shall rise as others fall. Echoes haunt the smoke-wrapped hall. Aim is truth and time runs thin. Let the cursed game begin. Beneath the lights where silence breaks. Steel and fire, the shadows wake. 1,000 eyes, no breath, no sound. Only death on battleground. One shall rise as others fall. Echoes haunt the smoke-wrapped hall. Aim is truth and time runs thin. Let the cursed game begin. Beneath the lights where silence breaks. Steel and fire, the shadows wake. 1,000 eyes, no breath, no sound. Only death on battleground. One shall rise as others fall. Echoes haunt the smoke-wrapped hall. Aim is truth and time runs thin. Let the cursed game begin. Beneath the lights where silence breaks. Steel and fire, the shadows wake. 1,000 eyes, no breath, no sound. Only death on battleground. Beneath the lights where silence breaks. Steel and fire, the shadows wake. 1,000 eyes, no breath, no sound. Only death on battleground. nights where silence breaks. Steel and fire, the shadows wake. 1,000 eyes, no breath, no sound. Only death